Now, I've done some Partridge, now let's do some David. Yeah, that sounds very strange. It's like sort of dinner and then dessert. I'm sure some would probably like that idea of things. Anyway, so here is my David Cassidy singles collection, and I might start with the EPs. Partridge Family had some EPs, and Bell Records Australia released some to do with David as well. So concurrently and all of that sort of stuff, given that his solo career was like churning out albums left, right and centre. First up is the Rock Me Baby EP. Don't you just love that purple? That's just something special, that. And guess what? There's more purple on the other side. So yes, Rock Me Baby EP. Rock Me Baby. I prefer his version than John Farnham's. Oh God, I think even Farnham would prefer David's version to John Farnham. Next, we have Daydreamer. And I remember the song at the time, actually. It was one of those ones that a lot of the stuff I actually didn't know at the time in the 70s. So yes, that was Daydreamer. Not like what Rage, or the music show Rage, got wrong with this. Daydreaming. I'm sure there was quite a few people daydreaming about David, but that's quite slack on their part, isn't it? But one other thing I got. Now, I did upload this on my other channel. David talks to Melanie Readers. I don't know who Melanie Readers was. You might have to look her up in the phone book. all these poor people called Melanie Readers get phone calls. Oh, did you speak to David? Oh my God, did you speak to David? Oh my God. Did he sound as sexy back then as he did in real life? Oh my God. There'll be a Facebook page devoted. Fine Melanie Readers who interviewed David Cassidy. Melanie Readers it also sounds a bit like a drag queen. Hello, I'm Melanie Readers. We then have this, the Could It Be Forever Cherish AA side from the UK. Whereas in Australia they were released as separate singles. Obviously in here they were released as a AA side. Because the next single I will show you bears that out. This is Cherish. This is what I cherish these singles. So yes, this is Cherish, and on the B side, unlike the AA side that I showed you before, this is All I Want to Do Is Touch You, which sounds like reminds me of the song like, all I want to do is make love to you. That's all I can think of at the moment. Can change there. All I want to do is touch you. Yeah, it works. I can get the phrasing there. This is promo copy to Cherish, and it's the release date as well. Problem with promos is, like you discovered in the Partridge Family one, sometimes the condition of promos are just really, really bad. This one's not too bad. That's the Australian pressing of Could It Be Forever. So obviously in England it seems with that release it was AA. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the single to Rock Me Baby. Rock Me Baby. So yes, that's the 7 inches of rocking there from David. Judging by his autobiography, I will not go any further with that statement. Now, next one, How Can I Be Sure? Dusty Springfield did a nice version of that actually. I like both versions. Now this one sort of... The next one, I Am a Clown. Just great for those who want to channel Pennywise, hey. So just chuck that on. It's like, oh, I've got some great music to play. Now this one is I Am a Clown backed with Some Kind of Summer and Song for a Rainy Day. And the next one, now, don't quite know why this one was released as a single, but it was Daydream. It's a day for a daydream. I got that wrong, but hopefully you've got the gist of it. Yeah, because once again, I'd see things like this while shopping for records, and I had no idea about the discography. So it's kind of like, oh, that was released as a single from that LP. Okay. So I've gone from a daydream to a daydreamer. Oh yes, here's that for daydreaming. It's not daydreaming. There we go. And next, I don't quite know why this was released as a single, to be perfectly honest. But it was. Please Please Me. If nothing else, it's a single to have in the collection. From what I can gather, this is just a standalone single. If I Didn't Care. It's kind of a very laid back song actually, I quite like it. And I don't think it's too well known, but I could be wrong. Okay, so that's David's bell years. So we'll ring the bell. That's not a bell. We'll ring the bell. That'll do. And now we go into his RCA years with Get It Up for Love. Now, what on earth could David have been talking about there? Get it up for love. Well, maybe there's a flight of stairs. So yes, one of the other things I like about the thing with Get It Up for Love is the groovy RCA cover. Wow. Yeah, alright, cue effect. Wow. Get It Up for Love. Amazing. There we go. This is a strange one. Darling. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. I don't think it is that. No. The problem with me with the white on orange is that it's very hard for me to read. And the next one is a song that he had first, or pretty closely had first. I Write the Songs. And its B-side just happens to be the one that was the A-side of what I showed you before. And the next RCA one, Breaking Down Again. And by this stage we've gone into that sort of interesting looking RCA cover with the orange. I believe some of those are actually quite hard to find, I believe. In looking for the records, I've actually got no idea how hard or easy these are to find. So anyway, David got into limbo. Yes, he got into the limbo. Hello. Help, I'm cramping. Well, that was smart. Yeah, Humphrey wants... There we go. Humphrey wants to laugh. Yes, I can't say I blame him. But when he was in limbo and whatever, there was this kind of strange standalone single that I found that I'm there thinking, what? But yeah, it was Hurt So Bad. We had Johnny Cougar, Hurting So Good. Well, David was Hurting So Bad. So with Once a Fool on the B-side. Once a Fool, always. So yes, there we go. We got David Hurting So Bad. I suspect that could be analogy, sort of with MCA probably stands for maybe come again. David tried and they went, no, maybe don't. And now we've got his, what we probably could call the Arista years, or Arista, or whatever. Firstly, we've got The Last Kiss. That would explain the pattern on the stairs, wouldn't it? A whole bunch of hickeys on the stairs. But I love in the kind of very 80s way of being arty, they've given us a close-up of the stairs on the back of the single. Isn't that nice? But again, this was in that 80s thing where everyone kind of went a bit Duran on us and thought, oh, we've got to have blonde teased hair and stuff like that. I went and did all of that. I think the end results are here, where you can kind of see the blonde, no, not the blonde bits, the patches, all the patches. And lucky last, which is kind of ironic really, Romance. So that one's a German copy. And this one, oh look, there we go, you can see me holding it up again. And available on maxi single as well. So there we go, that's all my David Cassidy thingamajiggies. Yes, all the singles that I have. If there are all the singles released, oh, that'd be fun. I wouldn't mind that. All different varying versions and stuff like that. These days, getting a lot of them's very expensive, especially now that the ghouls sort of descend once the artist passes away. It's really quite awful. Every now and then I'll look on eBay and somebody will have a really kind of crappy, scratched up, really kind of scungy copy of, say, How Can I Be Sure? And you then see the price for it, and it's kind of like, you're asking this like this is in mint condition, ultra rare, blah. But no, because it has the artist's name on it, then it's kind of like, oh yeah, we can ask for this price, and sadly people pay that sometimes too. People do get ripped off by those opportunists. Not good, not a good look at all. So that, I suppose that's the other thing too. Just because it might sort of seem like a good deal, sometimes eBay can be a bit But anyway, on that slightly downbeat note really, isn't it? There's a downbeat note now. Oh. It's hit the floor. Alright, I'll be off now, and I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, there's all bells and buttons and blah-de-blah-de-blahs and all that sort of stuff. Tick there, press this and do all that whirly stuff. Oh, hang on, that gives me that's another effect. Wow, do that whirly stuff. Getting a bit strange. Anyway, you take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.